Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Tuesday, May 8th, 2018. Read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks is a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice, not making any recommendations, always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here. Hope you had a great weekend. Again, lots going on in the market, so with that, let's get straight into today's video. If you know me, you know that I always start these videos off with a look at the Russell Index. And for that, I use the IWM, which is the ETF that represents the Russell 2000. And I like to step back and take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. So I've taken away all my lines of support resistance. I'm just leaving our chart bare with this 8-day EMA, which is the blue line. We're looking at the monthly candles. This is May, April, March. You can see that we've had some struggle in the Russell from the end of January, which is this candle here at the long wick and the top of price, and then it floated all the way down to this area in February, higher in March, lower in April. And I'm pointing it out because look, here we are in May, bullish candles so far. But we are coming into that area where prices struggled 4 months in a row. So we want to be extra careful and cautious. Is this just consolidation or is this going to be something more significant? I don't know, nobody knows, but you just want to be aware and careful. Now I'm going to put my drawings back in, and I'm sorry because the chart does get a little cluttery. This blue line down here is long-term support resistance, ignoring it for now. The orange is medium, the pink is more short-term, but the most important line on the chart is my black diagonal line. It's the line that held price in through all of 2017, and then we had a break up and out in the latter part of 2017. It stayed up above my black diagonal line until February, where it came below. So it's been struggling. You can see black diagonal line struggled February, March, April. Will May be the month that finally gets us back over in a clean way with a fully bullish candle? We will see. I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 2-year weekly. So you can see how price is behaving. Same black line, same orange line. You can see the way the weekly chart meanders and then breaks higher. Really going sideways here. It's a tough market to call with all of this sideways action. But last week we had, I'm going to zoom it in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. We had a candle that lifted us up and over the black diagonal line in a bullish way with a strong wick thrusting price up and over. We started this week in this area, but we just have to make sure that price doesn't sink. As I film this at about 9:10 on Tuesday morning, the futures are looking soft, so I want to be careful. But overall, the Russell, although trading sort of sideways, it is up and over the blue 8-day EMA on the weekly. And now I'm going to switch to the daily, and it's up and over the blue on the daily. So I am going to flag a chart of interest for you. It's a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick that may be teeing up again here. So stay tuned. And the chart that I wanted to feature for you this morning is Thor Industries, ticker symbol THO. It is a past Chart of the Day Cafe pick. I first featured it in May of 2017. But before I get into the chart now, I want to go back and just run through some of the fundamentals underneath this company. Thor Industries is in the building sector. They're a mobile RV manufacturer. They were incorporated in 1980. They manufacture and sell a range of recreational vehicles and small mid-sized buses in the United States and Canada. You know me, I'm all about value, and Thor Industries has come back into having a beautiful value score, really nice and high. Second thing I look for is forecasted growth, and currently the forecasted earnings growth rate for Thor Industries is 23%. It's got a current PE of 11.45 and has a dividend yield of 1.36%. So with that, let's get into the chart. We're looking at the 5-year monthly. You can see on the 5-year monthly that it's coming into an area of support, and I will say possible, but I like the way it consolidated here in 2017. and I like the way the candle is shaping up so far for the month here. So I'm going to switch it over to a smaller time frame, the 2-year weekly. I want you to see Thor Industries was our chart of the day cafe pick here in May 11th, 2017, green circle day. I'm all about price moving up and over the blue, so it was a heads up. You had to wait a bit, but when price moved up and over the blue, and again, this is the weekly chart, it came into this beautiful uptrend. Consolidated here for a bit. I reiterated it here, green circle day. Had a beautiful blast off from there. I mentioned it up here, green circle day. It started to float down, so thank goodness for the blue 8-day EMA, which I absolutely love. So when price moves below, and we're looking at the weekly chart, I personally use the daily, not interested anymore. So I want to be extra careful and make sure that price is always up and over the blue. Again, this is the weekly chart, but I like to see the way it's settling in here. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit for you, so I'm going to move it away from the weekly to, let's go with the 6-month daily. It's bouncing around this area of support, the orange line. It made a bottom here. It's making a higher high. It's got that 3 and 8 cross that I like to see. I know everyone has their own way of doing things, but I like to see the pink move over the blue and price moving higher on a really good quality stock. So Thor Industries is displaying that, and earnings are not for a while yet. So should the market, it's starting off soft this morning, but should it pick up through the day, I would be thinking that Thor Industries might be a good chart to take a look at here. Along with my new watch list pick, I also like to take a look at the sector that it's in, and for that we're looking at XLY, which is the ETF for the consumer discretionary sector, 5-year monthly chart, beautiful uptrend, consolidating of late and looking to have a strong month. So far, we're only halfway through the month of May, anything can happen, but so far uptrending and still showing that strength. So this is XLY. It's also a component of the mid-cap ETF, and I forget the IJH. Yeah, mid-cap ETF. So there you go. Nice uptrend on the 5-year monthly and showing that strength as well. Along with the sector that it's in, I also like to spin over to FinViz.com, which is one of my favorite sites, to see if I've got analyst support. And sure enough, you can see that Thor Industries has had a recent upgrade. And a note here in the article section that the pullback in Thor is overdone. BMO upgrades to outperform as well. So I'm not sure why it's not listed here, but all good to see. A number of positive articles. I will let you go through those. And again, this site is called FinViz. I will include a link to it with my video today. And so to summarize, let's go back and check the boxes. I started today's video with a look at the Russell Index, and we note that the Russell's coming into an area where it has struggled in the last several months, so we want to be extra careful. Having said that, it is above the 8-day EMA, which I use as my guide on both the daily and the weekly chart. So kind of a sideways trading market, but for the most part showing that strength up and over the 8-day on the weekly and daily. We looked at the sector that Thor is in, XLY. It's in an uptrend on the 5-year chart and at an area of possible support. We looked at the chart for Thor, and it's in an uptrend on the 5-year chart. It's come in quite a bit. It's resting at an area of support and possible price strength continuation from here. Should the market go higher, with the scores underneath Thor Industries, I would think that it would go higher as well. It's got a great value score. It's got an excellent growth score with a forecasted earnings growth rate of 23%. These are both highlighted because they're absolute musts for me. It's got a dividend yield currently of 1.36%. It does have that 3 and 8 EMA cross that I look for. Seasonality, I couldn't find a seasonal chart for it. It's got analyst support, a current PE of 11.45, and it looks as though their next earnings date is June 4th, 2018. As a reminder, these videos go out every Tuesday and Thursday morning. Thank you very much for watching. Next one goes out Thursday. Have a great next couple of days.